Hey, I'm Shane Claiborne, and I got a new book coming out called Executing Grace. It's about all kinds of things, grace, Jesus, and the death penalty. And I'll have to say, this book kind of chose me because I didn't think a lot about the death penalty growing up. And I grew up in the Bible Belt down in East Tennessee, and execution was a reality. But it wasn't until I began to meet folks on death row. And I met folks that were wrongfully convicted, some of them, for crimes that they had nothing to do with, and they spent 10, 20 years in prison for those crimes. And then I met murder victims' families, people who have experienced some of the most horrific stuff I can't even imagine. And yet, for a lot of different reasons, they ended up not being for the death penalty and thinking that execution is not the solution. I even interviewed a prison warden who oversaw executions and was haunted by what he was a part of. And as I listen to all of these voices, I've become convinced that we can do better than killing to try to show that killing is wrong. As a Christian, one of the things that I'm troubled by is that the death penalty has succeeded in America, not in spite of Christians, but because of us. 85% of executions in the last 40 years have happened in the Bible Belt. As my friend Dale Ressinella says, the Bible Belt has become the death belt. But all over our world, from the Pope to evangelical pastors, there are folks saying, I think we can live without the death penalty, that there are better forms of justice. And so I hope you'll read this book and that these stories will inspire you to believe in grace and to believe that we can do better than trying to kill to show that killing is wrong.